I don't know what to do.
Okay, I want to go ahead and call the meeting to order for the Oklahoma City School Bond Advisory Board. Item number 2 on our agenda is to approve the minutes of the May 1st, 2018 board meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
A second? Okay, vote please. Is it not working? It's working. Okay, so my thing is, do I need to, what do you want me to do? We good?
Trying to turn the chairman off. Let's see. There we go.
We're good? Okay. All right, motion passes. Item number 3, receive Independent School District number 89 and 2007-2016 school bond issue financial information.
You have in your packet the financial information in its usual form. I'll try to answer any questions. We have representatives from the school district here also if you have any questions.
Just comment, thanks again for providing this information. It's very, very useful.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Are there any further questions on this item? Okay. Motion to receive. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Motion passes. Item number 4, recommend City Council ratify and approve addenda numbers 1 through 4, Project 84 for FD Moon Elementary School renovation, and reject the bid. David?
If you recall, this is the project that we had for FD Moon, a lot of different issues. The architect gave us a presentation when we put the plans out. Unfortunately, this project came in about $1 million over bid, or over budget, and we also received one bid on the project and did not feel comfortable awarding that. So what we're going to do is go back and look at some other things that we can do. We're going to talk to some contractors, find out if it was a schedule issue, if it's a construction issue, if it's an estimating issue, or what it might be. See if we can get that back within budget, and we'll be coming back to you at a later date.
What was the date that we approved that? What?
It was last month, I believe.
Okay. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve, a motion to approve to reject the bid? And a motion to approve by Pete. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Rule. Vote?
Can we discuss real quick?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm moving too quickly.
Something that Sam and I were talking about before this. Is this something that we could put more things together into the bidding process? Make it a bigger. Sam brought up a good question before the meeting: is can we combine some of these, maybe release some of the financial burden for us for a bigger project?
Well, as far as the Moon project, this was Maps for Kids money. It's not school bond money. It was almost $4 million, or between $3 and $4 million. So that's a pretty substantial project. What we found is like with the gyms, when we start combining projects, they have to have more than one superintendent, and it doesn't give you the savings that you think it does on a project like this. If it's air conditioners or something like that, yes, I think that is definitely the case if we were bidding it in this respect. But a project like this, I don't think it would help us that much, because it would be another site, and it might as well just be another project, is what it's been our experience.
What changes are you going to make to that?
I'm not sure that the architect is going to be meeting with, try to meet with a contractor, see where the bust was in his estimate. We're not so sure that maybe it wasn't a case of we didn't have enough bidders, and this was just going to be the high bid had there been 4 or 5 bidders. We're going to try to find out why we didn't have more bidders also. We think that it might have been a schedule issue, because there's so many different pieces of this project. You know, like a lot of the Maps for Kids, I'm sure you'll remember, we'd have to do 3 or 4 classrooms and then flip the classes into those, and then do 3 or 4 classes, and then flip the kids out of rooms into the new rooms, and that always costs more to do that. And we're going to see if that's the case on this, and if there's something else that we can do. It's complicated because of the 2 different schools on the 2nd floor and on the 1st floor, and we're having to get into the 2nd floor because of life safety stuff and ADA, things like that. So I don't have an answer for you right now, but the architect is going to try and find out why this has happened. And I'll tell you that we've done many projects with Design Architects Plus. Rarely have they come in more than 1% over with change orders, and they've always been under budget. So I have complete confidence that we will get there with them.
Okay, last question on this. You mentioned a second ago on taking maps or bond money, which this manual takes into both into consideration. On us bidding it, do we have to provide those?
It certainly makes it better for us from a bookkeeping standpoint. Just sitting here thinking, I can't off the cuff tell you yes or no why it would or wouldn't be, unless Carol can
The sales
offer.
tax is separate money from the bond. It does have to be kept separate. Now, I think what you're asking,
But not for, I think that's a better question, for bidding wise. I mean, can we pack, let's say we've got some money left over for maps, and then we've got bond money for a roof repair. Can we not get the bidding done for both and pay out 2 allocations?
you could do that, but it has to be kept separate.
Yeah,
Yes.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
just had a question. What's the anticipated timing? What was the timeline, and how far does this put us behind on this project?
Well, we've missed the window for trying to do some work for the summer, obviously. I would guess 30, 60 days to figure out where we are, and then it's going to depend on how many revisions, what kind of revisions they're going to have to do. So I don't have an answer for you now. It's really just a guess, not knowing what the things are. I could guess that it would be between 90 and 180 days, somewhere in that window, to get it re-advertised.
Thank you.
Any other discussion on item number 4?
What does Kip say about this rejecting?
I haven't had any discussion with them.
Second, okay. Thank you, no other questions.
Okay. All right, I think I have a motion and a second, don't I? Yes? Let's vote. Oh, I never turned off mine. Sorry. There you go. Okay. Item number 5, recommend the City Council approve engineering services contract with Kimley Horn and Associates, project ES0086 for the Capitol Hill High School Spiegel Stadium parking lot and traffic movement study, and building and site improvements for the fee of $79,800.
So this is an engineering contract for some of the stuff we just discussed. They'll do traffic counts and determine what the traffic movements are within the campus and try to determine the most efficient way to drop off students and visitors. And one of the main concerns has always been all the cars that are parking out on Grand Boulevard. That one lane is just gone, and the times I go by there in the morning, sometimes all 3 lanes are full of people letting their kids off. So what we're looking at is a new drop-off area, and then also the district is interested in a more secure entrance, securing the building and providing an entrance without damaging the architectural integrity of the building, and provide an entrance where they can control who comes and goes out there. So that's the bulk of the project.
Has there been any increased traffic with the senior wellness facility as well?
I haven't seen, since it just started, I haven't seen anything, and within a week or two after it opened, then school was out. So we haven't seen both project or both facilities in full action yet. I think that there will be. I think it's inevitable, and I think that's good that we get more activity in there.
Have we done any business prior to today with this firm as far as a traffic study?
Yes. The MAPS office has used Kimley Horn for a traffic study for the convention center. They did some work for us on Robinson. And then they're also doing the project that is the roadway that we just talked about, the parking lot, the storm sewer, and all that stuff. I'm very confident with them.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve item number 5?
So moved.
Motion second. Okay. Any discussion? Okay. Vote. Motion approved. Item number 6, recommend Independent School District number 89, approve drain installation at Monroe Elementary School utilizing 2016 school bond issue funds not to exceed $22,000.
This is a drainage project, just as it says, for stormwater, keep it from entering the building. It's kind of a routine thing.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Justin, any discussion? Okay, vote. Motion passes. Item number 7, recommend School District number 89, approve grease trap replacement at Monroe Elementary utilizing 2016 school bond issue funds not to exceed $26,000.
Again, a routine maintenance item where the grease trap has failed, and this is a replacement. Includes work within the kitchen and piping and all the associated things with the grease trap.
Motion to approve?
Question.
Oh, yes.
Why are we approving regular maintenance?
Well, these are things that the district needs repaired, and the bond issue is their funding source.
I think, at least as I've listened to what he says, I wonder why things of this size, this routine, need to come. Couldn't they all just be lumped together, or we'd be ratifying that something they've done for $26,000? I mean, look, some of these are, the one above that was $22,000. It seems to me that there ought to be a way to permit the board administration to fix those kind of things and just come to us for ratification of it.
The current agreement requires us to approve these. Now, if you want, we could build a consent agenda and go through each of these. I know what you're.
I mean, obviously, it'd be something that I-89 would have to request us to do, but it would seem to me to smooth things out and make it a lot faster if they could fix things like this. Of course, now it's summertime, so I don't get it. It's not as big a deal to fix the stove, because unless they're feeding kids right now, and they may well be. But it just seems to me we'll maybe put a number like $50,000 or something, and let them submit it on a consent docket and ratify what they do. Most boards and commissions have a ratific way of doing that. Now, see, I'm taking a lot of time here talking about it, and what I'm complaining about is it takes a lot of time to do it this way. I understand that. But I just wonder if maybe they couldn't, their people are here, if they couldn't make a proposal of a change that would, so we could have a ratification docket like that for, you'd have to pick a number, $50,000, it'd have to meet certain criteria. I'm just throwing 50 out there, but and if they don't want to do that, that's fine with me too, but it just seems like it takes a lot of time.
I think
I've said that before.
they would be okay with that.
3 times I've said that.
Just trying to keep with the letter of the agreement.
No, I fully understand what the agreement says. It just seems to me there'd be a way to streamline it. If nobody else wants to do that, then it's okay with me. But
Can we explore the possibility of maybe including it as an agenda item, as a consent agenda for those maintenance type things that should help to expedite the process somewhat and still allow us to fulfill our responsibility of oversight?
possibly it wouldn't even need to just have a dollar limit, because I see the next 2 or 3 are fixing air conditioning or roofs.
If you recall, we did set up a process for emergency stuff.
Right.
If we have an emergency, we can get that
I
wrapped.
remember that. I'm thinking that adding to that routine maintenance to, if nobody else agrees with me, we won't hear about it anymore, because I won't say it a 5th time. But
Well, Pete, we've talked about all this before. I mean, this is not the first time we've talked about it, but the one thing that my concern was whenever we first made this board up was the speed of the process. And exactly what you're talking about, and what always hamstringed Scott, was the speed of the process to get it back to him from this board to the school board and then back for the purchase. So I totally agree. I don't know if a dollar amount is the answer. I don't know if the ratification is the answer, but you're right, there's got to be something. But this discussion has been here before, but I would be willing to come up with anything. I don't know if a purchase of a new, let's just say on this one, a grease trap is maintenance, because some people may look at that as a new purchase instead of maintenance. They may. I mean, it's replacing one for another, you hope. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just putting a new one in. So then you got to think, what are we actually buying, and who's going to get in a tangle if it's not maintenance and it's a new purchase? Does that make sense? Or if it's $20,000, if it's $50,000, or if it's $100,000, when does it really make sense? I don't know. My biggest thing was not necessarily those things, but getting the speed process back to him to be able to purchase and continue a business.
I understand
relationship and the relationship between this board's impact on whether or not the school can pass bond issues. I mean, we all know what was going on before we organized ourselves this way, and this certainly has proven to be a feature in bond issues that have enabled us to pass all of them here since we started doing this. So I don't want to take away from that, but it does seem to me that there might be a more efficient way and a faster way to get it approved on items of certain, that are routine maintenance or that are under a certain figure. And I think that what we did before with regard to emergencies was a good idea. I just think this is just one more step beyond that.
Well, if this board was willing, I think that we could maybe meet the spirit of the agreement if those things would come through our office and we approved and then put them as, like you say, a ratification or an informational item, some of these smaller items that we could turn them out quicker. And that way we could stay within conformance of the agreement.
Okay. Well, I think that makes sense. But
Didn't we talk about doing that before and just having the chairman or vice chairman of this committee sign off on those?
That was for the emergency, when there was a clear emergency, and we've done that a couple of times so far.
Right. But it would be under the same process. It could be under the same process as the bill.
It would actually, what I just proposed would be less. We wouldn't even have to call anybody if we set a threshold on something, and we could just go with it.
We may have to amend the agreement,
Yeah.
and that's something Mr. Ty can speak to city council about.
Okay.
City manager.
Thank you very much.
I really didn't mean to stir this up, but I did.
Way to go, Raul. Okay. We're on item number 7, right? Is that where we were?
So move.
Did we get a vote on 7?
Did we?
Okay. We did
Okay.
vote on 7.
Okay. I've got a motion in a second, though, right? No, I don't. Okay. Can I get a motion to approve?
Second.
Okay. We got everything we need? Call for a vote? There you go. Motion passes. All right. Item number 8 is to approve rooftop unit replacement at Edwards Elementary School utilizing the 2016 school bond issue funds not to exceed $129,500.
This is a replacement of rooftop units that have lived their life expectancy, and they were also damaged by a hailstorm. They also have the old Freon element in them.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Vote. Motion passes. Item number 9, approve the rooftop unit replacement at Mark Twain, utilizing 2016 school bond issue funds not to exceed $148,500.
This is the same situation as the previous item, but this is Mark Twain Elementary.
I have a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, vote please. Motion passes. All right, item number 10 is to approve the rooftop unit replacement at Shields Heights and Santa Fe South Charter School, utilizing 2016 school bond issue funds not to exceed $54,960.
Again, units that are damaged by a hailstorm and contain the old R22 Freon.
So move.
Oh, okay. Any discussion?
Is this just cheaper because it's fewer units?
Excuse me?
Is this just a cheaper because it's 3 units versus 10? Okay, answer my own question. Thank you.
Okay. We voted, motion passed. Any comments by board, staff, concerned citizens? Okay. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all.